Hi, this is Chris from GrowQuest, and it's the first week of January. And this time of year, there's just an amazing selection of citrus in California, especially in Southern California, where there's just so many microclimates. We can wind up with just about all the citrus being ripe this time of year. Even citrus that's often available only in the summertime, like Valencias, are ripe this time of year. So I want to begin covering as much of the citrus fruit as I can over the next couple of weeks. Some of these tangerines or mandarins you'll see in upcoming videos as they're compared to other varieties. But for this evening, I have Satsuma, which is typically seedless, a very large zipper peel skin. I have Gold Nugget, which is, the first week of January. It's still about a month away from being prime. Gold Nugget is always seedless. I have Tango in the back here, which is always seedless. I have the original Clementine or Algerian Clementine, which is typically seedless, but in the presence of Valencia oranges, Eureka lemons, or grapefruit will fill up a lot of seed. And then I have some Honey Mandarin here, which is typically full of seeds. Not a huge amount, but it has several seeds in there. It can be seedless if it's growing on its own or away from Valencia, Eureka, or some grapefruit. Those plants cross-pollinate most of the mandarins. And back to the Satsuma. Satsumas are the large zipper peel mandarin or tangerine that we find at Thanksgiving and Christmas time. By now, in the early week of January, it's getting a little dehydrated. You can find this little bit of dryness down here. It can also happen from freeze damage, but since there's been no freeze damage, just going to work on the fact that a little bit of dehydration taking place. You eat the whole orange or just pick up the few segments that are dehydrated and toss them away. Still going to be delicious fruit. Gold Nugget is more of a February, March, even April tangerine. I found a couple that were ripening now. Gold Nugget is a very large, almost Satsuma size mandarin that is always seedless. Very, very sweet, large juice concentration. If you plant this as a semi-dwarf or a standard size tree, you're going to have enough fruit to make a really nice tangerine juice, and you'll certainly be eating a lot of fruit. Tango is a new generation mandarin. It is totally seedless. It's a improved Murcot. I'm not going to get into the process right now. It's rather complicated, but this is a University of California introduction that's about 5 years into the field now. This is an extraordinarily good tangerine or mandarin. It's always seedless, very juicy, very sweet, excellent zipper peel skin most of the time. I ate about 10 of them on the way home today as I was hauling back my avocado trees for the nursery. And I just can't say enough good things about Tango. Tango's ready anywhere from January through April. It holds on the trees really well, and it produces a mother load of fruit on a tree. We have the original Clementine here, Algerian Mandarin. Can be seedless, as I said again, and we'll profile each of these individually. As long as these trees are not going to be cross-pollinated with a Valencia or Eureka lemon or a grapefruit, they'll remain seedless. Also, in today's competitive environment, professional growers like the Cuties box growers will cover the trees in bee netting so that their fruit remains seedless. And about Cuties. Cuties is just a brand name. In any given month, Cuties could be Algerian Mandarin, Tango Mandarin, Honey Mandarin, and several others. They've just gone to the length to make sure that the trees are covered with bee netting to keep the trees from getting pollinated. because the clementines will be interplanted in a citrus region with many other varieties that can, if the variety itself isn't seedless, can create a large amount of seeds. Just like this honey mandarin, excellent flavor, very sweet, lots of juice, but has seeds in it. And with the 5 totally seedless mandarins now, it is fallen out of favor, but not out of flavor. So there's a little selection, a little overview of some of the mandarins that are ripe right now. The trees are sold on semi-dwarf and standard rootstocks. Very seldom do I have them offered as a true dwarf. I don't believe in true dwarf fruit trees, or at least citrus trees. Better to have a semi-dwarf and pinch it back a little bit. And all the trees I sell either have this fruit on them now or are blooming for the next crop cycle.